99X and Depeche Mode. It's Policy of Truth. Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. Jimmy is filling in. Jill is back. Her first night was last night. You can catch Jill, and it's Jill Nelson, by the way.
Welcome back, Jill.
That's her radio.
That's her. That's right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I think when she started doing traffic on WSB, they made her
Jill
put in a
Nelson.
last name. Yeah.
All right.
You have no credibility with just one name.
We have her. Hey.
Oh, yeah, you.
You're just
how easy we forget.
I forgot about Barnes. I forgot about Barnes. Well, but I mean, like, as a news, like, if you went on
don't
SB.
backpedal
all right,
now.
all right.
Yeah, come on.
It's good to be home with my family. Here we are. I know it sounds weird to say, did you have a good Thanksgiving? But again, I haven't seen either of you since then. Fram, who took the day off yesterday, an extra day. How are you feeling?
I had a I went to Alabama. I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm really interested in yours because of the text messages I was getting from you.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, what were they? Tell me.
Well, she was asking where I was going, and I said I was going to Tulsa because that was where the collection of barns were going to be.
Oh, that's Skip Barnes lives in Oklahoma, right?
So, yeah, I got there at noon, and I left at 6.
You did not.
A.m.
Yeah, he was waiting
6 a.m.
to get a flight out.
Because there wasn't a flight at night.
There's no red eye from Tulsa.
It wasn't available.
Seriously? Well,
you know what? I've learned small doses are the best doses.
but why is that?
It just makes it easier. It's complicated. It's just so many arms of controversy. This is not new.
I know, but I mean, is it you and your siblings? Is it you and your dad? Is it
No, listen.
Where's the complication?
It is not. Believe it or not, it's not me. I am
Well, can't you just sit there quietly?
I do. That's what I do. That's why it's perfect. It's 6.
So it's everybody else, is what you're saying.
Well, I watch all them go at it. I don't get involved.
Oh,
Really?
I don't get it. Now, I saw this. I'm going to play a quick Cardi B clip because it kind of sums up some people's. This is what Cardi said, and I'm sure her family was happy.
Can y'all believe that I slept throughout the whole entire Thanksgiving, bro? First of all, I starved myself the whole day just for this moment. I fell asleep. I came over here like at 6 o'clock. I woke up like 20 minutes ago, so I missed the whole Thanksgiving.
Can you imagine how happy her family was?
Well, I only understood about half of that, but what was she saying?
That's why I played it. She fell asleep and didn't wake up for Thanksgiving, so she missed it.
She missed it.
Until 6 p.m. And it reminded me, I had an uncle who came to Oklahoma, and he was asleep the whole time on the couch.
Yeah.
He was asleep, one arm propped up, night, the whole time.
Yeah.
well, how was this experience this time, Barnes?
Yeah, how was it this time?
No, that was this time.
That was this time, right?
It was?
Yeah,
Right.
that was just
Well-
one side story.
Oh, okay.
What I decided to do, because if I speak, unfortunately, I speak for a living, so it can be a little razor sharp, maybe, sometimes. Like, you know, if you
Yeah,
get
oh
into-
yeah, I'm aware, yeah.
What, improv?
Yes, I know.
So
You
what I
have to kind of
did,
temper yourself.
I queued up a little soundbite on my phone, and I literally had it active next to me the whole time. So anytime something happened, I just played it. And so I would play it, and then the room would all kind of pause. Some would laugh, some would stare, but I played it, I counted 17 times in that 6 hours. And that was my way of not contributing and being negative.
It was a soundbite?
Yeah, you want to hear it?
I'd like to.
From my phone.
Okay.
I literally played that Curb Your Enthusiasm theme when something weird happened, just to break it down.
Wow.
What about you, JB? You went to Chicago with the whole crew?
Went to Chicago, and we have, like, Thanksgiving is our Super Bowl, our family Super Bowl.
For
It's like
years.
20-something. Yeah, I mean, it's really important to our family. And we really get along. Everyone gets along great.
No drama. None.
There was drama this year.
Okay, good.
Because one of the cousins is getting married and is clearly being led around by his fiance. Okay, like leash and a collar. I mean, it's very obvious, and it's and has only invited half the family to the wedding.
Oh,
And by the way, it's one thing. Listen, when you're inviting people to a wedding or something like that, right? You have levels. Like, you either have to invite all first cousins or no first cousins, or
Yeah,
certain,
you have to break it off at
right,
yes,
at levels,
at the right level,
right. So he has invited, for instance, my sister, and her kids, but has not invited me or my other sister and our kids.
Why?
What?
I don't know. And by the way, and this is another, and I don't really care because the wedding is in Tuscany. Italy.
Oh, well, then you got out.
Well, I mean, which I wouldn't go to anyway. Like, I'm not going to Tuscany for a freaking wedding.
Whoa, I mean, little
Those are
vacay, come on.
Now, I would go if the
I would
relative
go.
made the mistake inviting me to Tuscany. I'd be like,
Yeah,
damn
me
straight I'm
too.
coming.
No, because I don't.
Well, then why
I'm
are
not-
you upset about it?
I'm not. I'm not upset. I'm a little offended that we weren't invited.
You can't be
But-
backside
Principle.
offended. You can't be backside.
I would get offended too.
You
You
can't
can be offended, but be happy.
But you're backside offended. You can't be offended if you weren't going to go anyway.
Well,
Why-
it's a little bit of a slap in the face to not be invited, but my sister was invited, and we have the same relationship. First of all, like, there's no way. Destination weddings in general, I can't stand.
I love them. I'll
Destination
go every
weddings?
time.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I don't like destination weddings, and any more than I think women who make their bridesmaids pay for their own bridesmaids dresses. Like, I think it's rude. I think it's rude to ask people to spend money, thousands of dollars, to come to your wedding.
Oh, I thought you were saying destination weddings where they like send the jet for you or something. Or
Yes, because
No,
that's
come
very
on.
normal.
Or they
You've
pay.
had a
It's so
few extra
common.
days, you take a vacation.
Now, it's one thing if the
I'm
reason
kidding.
it's a destination is because, like, that's where you're from or that's where the bride is
Yeah.
from. That's one thing. You can't help that. But, like, hey, we're getting married in France. Will you come? Oh, yeah, let me just,
Well, those people that invited you to Tuscany are also going to probably be expecting a gift.
Yeah, well, they can expect something else, which is nothing.
Okay, so if you, like your sister who's going, right?
Right.
So if your sister goes and spends all that money to go,
Right.
is she still required to send a gift?
Well, I don't know what the protocol is
Yeah.
on that. There are some who say yes and some who say no. I'm not quite sure. But in any case, so now you had all this kind of underlying tension in the room because, he's getting married in a couple months, which normally would be the topic of conversation, right? Because, he's a really nice guy and that's what people would be talking about is the wedding, but nobody would talk about it because half the people weren't invited, which created more tension,
That's a lot of tension.
It's equal
It was-
to what I just had at my Tulsa. You made it sound like I was so on an island. You're right there with me.
Well, but there was an actual reason why there was tension here. Yours is just there's tension because
No, there's reasons. I said I just didn't want to go into them.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you can allow someone to dictate to you at your wedding. Okay, you can invite this person, but not their sibling. It's like, then don't invite the first person.
That is
I think
kind
it's
of
invite,
weird.
You can't
I think it's
invite just
rude.
one. It's very rude.
It's
And,
rude.
but again, and my sister was like, really, man, my other sister, she said, are you mad? I said, I'm irritated, but I wouldn't have gone anyway. I'm not going. I mean, there's no chance am I going to that wedding.
And Fram, you were just normal the whole time in
I want
Alabama?
to say, next year you're all invited to Alabama to
Wow.
go with me for Thanksgiving, for a very normal Thanksgiving.
I draw some lines, state lines, Fram, that I don't venture into.
Uh-huh.
But were you watching the Alabama-Auburn game? Did you know they played?
Oh, that was brutal.
It was
At the
brutal.
end, it was great.
Oh, yeah, I was
no,
gonna say,
because I'm an Alabama fan. Did not expect that to happen in the last
believe.
75
incredible.
seconds or 40 seconds. That was crazy.
Try like the last 7 seconds. I mean, that was unbelievable that they scored that touchdown.
They didn't let them have that extra touchdown, but
I was rooting for you because that
Thank
would have
you.
made our win over Alabama worse. So I was glad in the college football rankings that
that was a great game.
that you won that game.
When I flew back Sunday, I was flying next to a professor at Alabama.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so I said to him, oh my God, you must have been like jacked up for, Saturday. He's like, oh yeah, I heard about that. It turns out because he's like a literary professor.
Oh, yeah,
So
he
like
doesn't care.
football, he didn't even care.
That's so funny.
Doesn't care.
I like Alabama. That's a great campus, though. They're a client of mine. So
I hear it's a beautiful
I love
campus.
Plug
poking
Bell,
at that. Yeah, Plug Bell, Alabama. 311 is flowing. JB's here all day. This is 99X.